What's going on, everyone? So the San Antonio Spurs are in as prime of a position as anyone, right? Not only did they hit the jackpot last year and get a generational talent in Victor Wembanyama, who just won the Rookie of the Year award and absolutely just dominated the league. I mean, he was spectacular in so many ways. He's going to be such a fun, exciting player to watch grow and develop. And we'll see where he gets as far as just icon status and, cement his history in the league. It's got a long way to go. But, man, sky's genuinely the limit for Victor Wembanyama. And the talents, that everything you want to see is there. And the franchise cornerstone, the building block is there. But San Antonio needs to start putting proper pieces around Victor Wembanyama. Obviously, they need several things, but they need to get a couple pieces and ideally another running mate to put alongside Victor Wembanyama. Well, we just had the NBA draft lottery, and the San Antonio Spurs ended up landing the number 4 and the number 8 pick. So they have 2 top 10 picks in this year's draft. Now, the big question is what are they going to do? How are they going to approach it? Now, obviously, they're in no real rush, right? Because, Victor is so young, and they are such a young team. They could spend the next, 2, 3, 4 years to kind of get everything right. And then by year, 4 or 5, now they're a bona fide contender, ready to compete for NBA championships. But San Antonio, if they can get this expedited as soon as possible, they're going to get it expedited as soon as possible. So there is kind of this looming question of do they move, say, the 8th pick? I don't necessarily think that they'll trade the 4th, but maybe they look to move the 8th and end up drafting with number 4. We'll see, and we'll definitely explore more of these possibilities. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. But one of the things that I want to talk about is that 4th pick and a player in particular. And again, San Antonio could use several pieces, but they definitely need a playmaker and ideally another running mate that they can grow and develop alongside Victor Wembanyama and kind of build this new version of a San Antonio dynasty. And I think Nikola Topic is the guy that they, if he's there, likely draft, which I believe he will be there. I think that, the 2 bigs will be there, and then either the Kentucky point guard or Topic will be where San Antonio ends up picking. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, want the guy from Kentucky, but I like him. He's great. He's not really the San Antonio guy where, San Antonio and Greg Popovich, they want constant ball movement, right? They're a team. They're not really about the one-on-one action too heavily. Obviously, happens at times, but more so than not, right? They're trying to get the best quality shot. They want a guy that's going to fit kind of the San Antonio system, right? I mean, San Antonio's system and Greg Popovich's system is like a brand in and of itself. And I just think that Topic has a couple advantages that would heavily make San Antonio lean towards him. One is his size. He's 6'6". He's capable of playing pretty much 1 through 3 if you need him to, right? Because he's got good size, he's got good physicality. He's not afraid of the moment. He's a guy that, playing professional and doing all the big things, right? Winning championships. I believe he won the National League or whatever recently. He's a guy that can absolutely make plays. He's got good vision. He's somebody that can be and play within San Antonio's system and should fit that seamlessly, coming as a Siberian basketball player playing overseas, right? You see these guys, they come in, they have all the skill sets, all the tools, all the intangibles, right? He's a guy that San Antonio's system will essentially be plug and play from where he was playing. He's just coming in and playing the brand of basketball that he plays, right? Free flowing, keeping the ball moving, right? Hitting the big man, operating in just basic actions, getting guys set up, getting guys looks, using his size to his advantage, being able to finish around the rim, being able to knock down the midi, be a legit 3-level scorer, right? Like, he's a guy that has all the tools that you're looking for and want to potentially be that cornerstone point guard and just playmaker, primary ball handler. Right. And I mean, they have like, you look up like his comparisons and stuff like that. You see guys like SGA and stuff. Like, no, he doesn't have necessarily that explosiveness. But to me, he could be like a potential like Manu Ginobili type, right? Crafty, elegant, kind of, plays with a certain manner. Right? Like, I don't necessarily see Topic being the SGA type, right? Like, you look up all the comparisons, it's funny. But no, to me, it's more of like, it's more, again, it's like, can he be the Jokic version at the point guard, right? Nikola Jokic, Nikola Topic, got both guys, right? He's a guy that I could see coming to San Antonio and just genuinely being a seamless fit. He gets to come in, he gets to have the ball in his hands immediately. Maybe you go get a more veteran style point guard to kind of back up him, or maybe even play alongside him for the first year or two as he makes that transition to the NBA, because there is still this transition period. There still is going to be this, this trial and error period, right? But to me, I think Topic is a guy that you could have that could play both guard positions. He can be your primary ball handler and your main initiator, but he can also be a guy where, if you are running a 2-guard set at times, right, or you have like your backup in or whatever, you can still have him on the court playing off ball. He's a guy that I think will actually be a good quality 3-point shooter once he gets to the league. Again, you always have that adjustment period, but he's a guy that looks like he's got a clean shot. He's very crafty with the basketball. He's got good size, good strength, good versatility for an 18-year-old kid, right? You're bringing him in, and now you got Topic, and you got and you got Victor Wembanyama. You got both of those guys as like your foundation pieces, right? And then whatever you do with the number 8 pick, you do with the number 8 pick. But I think Topic is the guy that kind of fits what San Antonio likes, fits the brand of San Antonio. San Antonio also loves the foreign players, right? Because they usually fit with Greg Popovich perfectly, because those guys are more team oriented. They are more they are more fundamentally sound. Where, a lot of US players, they're more of like, hey, they're more relying on athleticism, they're more me ball, hero ball, right? Like, you see a lot of guys, like, that's the problem with the kid out of Kentucky, is like, you watch him play and he's very like, he's more of a score first type point guard, which is kind of where we're at as far as the league goes, right? Like, look at most of the point guards in today's NBA that are dominant, right? They're more scoring guards than they are, or combo guards than they are traditional point guards. And I'm not saying that San Antonio doesn't need a nice balance, but I think Topic can be more of like that nice balance, right? Like somebody like Josh Giddey, but I think he'll be better than Josh. Like, Josh Giddey can be a liability at times. But there are times, like, you watch Josh Giddey, he's got good vision, he's got good size, he can make plays, right? He rebounds well, right? Like, again, there's times where he's awful and a liability. I don't think that that'll happen with Topic, but I do think in that similar mold of a guy that can make plays, he's closer to a traditional guy, but he can hit the shots and take over on stretches when need be. I really like the idea. And now you got your playmaker and you got your center for the next 20 years. Now you got your two foundation pieces. Now you're just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle the rest of the way. Like I said, go get a veteran point guard. Can you go get even if you have to slightly overpay, right? Go get a Chris Paul. And by slightly overpay, I don't mean you're giving him $20 million a year or anything like that. But no, like, let's say everyone's offering him the vet minimum. Be like, hey, come to us for $8 million a year or something, right? And have him just as a placeholder and a mentor, right? Like, now you got a guy in Chris Paul that can come in. He's a guy that's going to find a Victor Wembanyama, right? Like, he's a guy that's going to find Victor and put Victor in the best place, but he's also a guy that could sit there and work with Nikola Topic and really help him grow and develop and hone his craft and, see the court in a valuable way. Like, I'm just talking about, just go get like a real veteran playmaker and point guard that can come in and kind of be a mentor and put Victor in the best positions possible and also help grow and develop a young playmaker in a Topic. Because I really think if Topic's there, I think he's the guy San Antonio lands. I do. I think San Antonio will sign him up immediately because, again, he has so much versatility. He can be your primary initiator or he can be your secondary initiator. Right? So, like, let's say later on down the road, there's a point guard that San Antonio has the opportunity to get, and it's like, oh man, like we really want this guy. Well, perfect. You could just move Topic to the 2, and he could be your secondary playmaker, right? Like, like Manu. Again, Manu I think is a good example, right? Where I'm not saying he'll necessarily have the Hall of Fame status and stuff like that and be the legend that he is, but I'm talking about like in the style of play, not the super explosive athlete, just more methodical, the Euro step, all that stuff, right? But to me, like Topic, but much like how Manu did, I think Topic, right, do a lot of the same things. Where Manu at times, Tony Parker's on the bench, Manu's the primary initiator. He's running the offense. He's getting guys into their sets, running the actions, right? But at times he's playing alongside Tony Parker, right? And he's playing off ball, moving off ball, and hitting the open shot and, being aggressive, right? Like playing and operating as the 2 guard. It was that versatility that made Manu so special for San Antonio. That's what I think you can get with Topic. I think Topic's a guy that can come in and he can be your primary ball handler, be your primary initiator. But if you have another playmaker out there at times, he can be a guy that can play off ball and still do and cause as much damage. I do. I really like the idea of Topic. I think he's going to be the guy. I think he'll be the answer. But as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of like, go get Nikola Topic, bring him and Victor Wembanyama. Now you have your foundation pieces. Now you have your cornerstones. Now you have the 2 guys that you're building and are your foundation for the next 15 to 20 years. Is there somebody in particular that you would prefer over Topic? Again, how you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.